the entire series and back with our review because we have done that episode 1 to 4 ka review. You can also check it out in the description below and you know where to find it, right? So anyway, we are back with our review and we have some observations and theories and some speculations as well. So we'll just go on with it.
One thing, spoiler alert, because if you haven't yet watched the entire thing, don't watch this one. Once you finished watching Sacred Games, after that, please watch this review and let us know how is it. So that's the last line we are going to say, but it's full of spoilers and fan theories. So yeah, are you going to start?
Yeah.
So is this the best web series?
It's from India till date.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's a big gut for India to do something like this because Indian audience is actually not ready for this thing. But Anurag, Kashyap and Vikramaditya Motwane has taken this effort, rather just taken this risk, and they have done something really daring because as I have said that Indian audience is not ready for this, but still Indian audience are really embracing it. Like I can see everywhere, be it social media or the reviews and every scoop stories, BuzzFeed stories, everywhere with Sacred Games. And it's nice that the youth is accepting the way Sacred Games.
So the problem is that youth is accepting the Sacred Games, but the politicians are doing FIRs. So that's kind of sad.
About this series. So let's just hope there are more series like this, because it's not censored at all. There has been maturity has been shown in terms of uses of language and nudity. And it's nice to see something which is not censored at all, and so it's a big, just imagine watching this particular thing on some theater. It would be full of edits and there would be nothing.
Absolutely, full of cuts and edits. Just like what happened to Utta Punjab. It had around 21 edits.
Right. And I don't know, even more maybe. So we'll just get over with the story because it's
not only a thriller, but it's also based on mythology, like the names Ashwathama and Atapi, Vatapi. It's kind of related to mythology.
And the story has turned into insanity, and it's like more than just a normal story. So, Titash, can you tell about the story? Yeah.
So basically, the story is it's a full of thriller, action, mystery, of course, and mythology. A lot of mythology references are there. Be it the names of the characters, be it the name of the episodes, everything. So basically, it's a thriller where a mafia don, he is threatening a police officer that after 25 days something wrong is going to happen to the city, and only one person who survives. Now that survival, how he survives, that's a mystery because that has a deeper meaning which we would come to later on. So yeah, this is the gist of the story which you right now need to know. And
we'll
if you are watching it, and if you are watching it before watching the Sacred Games, the entire series, you are doing it fucking wrong.
Yeah. So we'll just get on with the simple basic review and then just go on with the different theories and especially the ending. It was kind of surprising and it was actually great to find something, like this complicated and complex in our country.
So basically what I can say that Sacred Games is kind of like Game of Thrones because it's related with thriller and mythology, and Game of Thrones over there is related with fantasy and thriller.
This is I'm a huge fangirl of Game of Thrones, okay? So this is the only series I can actually compare with Game of Thrones other than Vikings. Vikings is much more... Many audience say that Viking is much more logical than Game of Thrones, but
are you saying this is like you can compare this with Game of Thrones?
Yeah, kind of we can because both of them have a hint of fantasy because Game of Thrones is entirely fantasy because there is White Walkers and stuff. So White Walkers and dragons and stuff.
Shati, you want to say something?
I don't think you can just go ahead and compare a thriller show with a totally fantastic show, which is totally fiction.
Yeah, this is also, it's not totally fiction, but there are certain mythological references which are coming.
Yeah, but that is to Hindu mythology.
Like it refers to the Hindu mythology in various ways. It takes away names, occurrences, dialogue, speeches from it. So it's heavily indicating towards a religious aspect, and that is a kind of in its own world. It exists with dragons and magical creatures and all kinds of. That is a total drama, and it's full of things. It's packed up with all kinds of things, whereas this follows in a particular way, a dark way. So I can't really see the direction. You can say the both are similar in any way.
I can at least compare it like that, because why I'm telling this, because every time a character is dying in Game of Thrones, their storyline is not breaking down. Like they have this abrupt ending of death. Little bit of their detailing of their personal life and everything, and then after that they are dying. Also, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, please don't listen to this as well, because it's going to do you a lot.
Now you're going to make it like spoiler alert for every show.
Yeah, world. Absolutely. Because I'm a person who is like always giving spoilers. Anyway, coming back to point. Same for Sacred Games, because whenever a character dies, suppose it's a Kartikal's character, they are showing some details about Kartikal. Like Kartikal likes Zoya as an actor. Like her picture is below the picture of his family. So that's what Kartikal is. So he's an admirer of Zoya. And then the detailings of how he used to feed the fish in the aquarium in the police station, how he was trying to find the guy who disappeared from Mangalipura and stuff. So secondly, his relationship with the family, how his family loved to spend time with him, and how he was a good police officer while he was trying to find the missing guy. So this is one of the examples I could give. Like whenever somebody is dying, the storyline of the character is not it's not breaking. It's very abrupt.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what you generally do when you got to kill a character. You got to show more of him, and that's how they do it. They show the character. They will get you more invested in it, get you emotionally connected to that person. They will develop an entire story arc revolving around that person. They will do a lot of character development, show whole story about them, so that you actually can invested in it, so that they can connect and feel more when the character dies. You can see this in a lot of movies. For example, let's see a Harry Potter movie. Okay. Yeah. So let's look at the Half-Blood Prince. Okay. You will look, the whole film focuses too much on Dumbledore. Like he goes on solo adventures with Dumbledore. That gives you even a hint that character is going to go. That's why we are getting so much of them, because it's time to say them goodbye.
Alif has absolutely no idea about what is Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, because he doesn't watch.
He lives in another world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, I only know about Sacred Games right now, so let's just talk about it. Okay, so what do you think about the performances? Can we say like this is
Saif's best work?
After Race 3, because we always say that Saif has no career if there is a No Race sequel. So we can say that at least Saif has a career.
Saif Ali Khan is Sharmila Tagore's son, and
her debut work was with Satyajit Ray. So actually he proved he's a mother's son, isn't it? Like everybody says that he has no career if he is not doing a Race sequel. But
when you guys did the last review, I wasn't sure so much about Saif's acting because I hadn't seen the entire thing, which you did. That's why you were so excited and you were going on and on about how awesome Saif Ali Khan was. And
and also cute. He was very cute, of course.
Okay. You can't say like Saif can't act because he was amazing at Dil Chahta Hai. Then Omkara, Kal Ho Na Ho. Then even the last film he did, he's tried to do something indie.
Exactly.
So
did you watch that?
Yeah, kind of. I did some parts. It was actually nice and kind of black comedy kind of stuff. So he tried producing Go Goa Gone.
That was amazing. That was one of the best movies I have watched.
Yeah, it was coming, guys.
I hope so, yeah. Yeah, anyway,
confirmed.
And now Saif was I think Saif was the best, to be honest. Like he has done Nawazuddin has actually acted in roles similar to this on Gangs of Wasseypur and stuff, but Saif Ali Khan has never done anything like this, like not in my mind. Actually, it's completely different, like a inspector who is fighting for to do something because
Yeah, secondly, he is on anxiety pills and whatever he's doing, there are certain wrong decisions he's making in the series. So yeah, that's a really good thing also. And secondly, he's not an author's backing character. That's the biggest thing because author's backing character is Nawazuddin. Nawazuddin will automatically do well. He is amazing, no doubt. We can't judge him over that. But as a not being an author's backing character like he was in all those movies like Dil Chahta Hai or Hum Saath Saath Hai or Omkara or whatever you can say, he was an author's backing character, wasn't he? He was. But over here, he's not an author's backing character. So being a side character, he's doing really, really well. Yeah. Really well. And the moment when his thumb got cut, he gave the exact expression of how it feels when a body part of yours is getting detached. I think this is going to get edited. Because somebody's phone vibrated.
No, I don't think so. We'll just show that Shatik doesn't know how to do that, Anyway, he's busy. Okay, so Nawazuddin was as usual great. And we shouldn't talk about him because we all know like his dialogues will be remembered forever. Like Bhagwan ko mante ho nam. Uske baad I won't say here, I won't spoil. Just watch the series, you'll know. Like he has done some amazing dialogue.
Aren't you already spoiling the series?
No, we aren't.
We are spoiling the series, but we are not giving out the dialogue. Okay. So let's talk about Parulkar. He was amazing, like for the role he did. Niraj Kavi was the actor, and he has played like different roles. Like he was actually someone who was present in both the timelines, and like he did his role amazingly well. And apart from Saif Ali Khan, I think he is the best. Like he's the second best actor from this show, who's like the Constable Katekar. Like he was played by Jitendra Joshi. That was amazing. What do you think, Shatik?
Yeah, he was totally awesome. But I'd like to point out one of the female characters here. Everyone's talking about Kurba Seth for Kukku.
Yeah, right.
But Subhadra's character, played by Rajashree Deshpande, she was so fucking awesome. Like, she was literally the woman behind the man.
Right.
Like, when he came into Ganesh's life, she totally took, he was totally falling down and frustrated and not working properly. So she gave him the brains, the inspiration, and took him towards it. So it was a huge push for the character, and I totally loved her role. Such a strong woman.
Yeah,
exactly. Even like Kukku was amazing. Like we have said about it in our previous, like the podcast we did.
Yeah,
she was amazing as well. Also,
I just want to put an emphasis on Kukku ka Jadoo, the line they used to say. Like, it's justified after we saw that she's a transgender, because we consider in India as an Indian superstition or a sanskar that a transgender woman or a transgender person is a lucky charm. That's how I can explain Kukku ka Jadoo. That's my theory. Do you both agree to that?
I do, to be honest. It's not quite, it's okay. I mean, I can see what you mean.
The thing is that there is a lot of foreshadowing, even to every twist that comes here. There is a lot of foreshadowing. So if you can start looking at things and be careful, then you'll actually be happy that things work out that way. Because the first episode you see the dog falling, and later on you learn that that's the same apartment from which the dog fell. So it was the actor who threw the dog, Zoya's boyfriend. So that makes a lot of sense when you find that out. And if you find that out yourself, you'll get the joy of finding something out. So same happens with Kakku's character. We are repeatedly shown even the sex scenes where they have the anal
sex, and this is how they are foreshadowing events from the previous, which the viewers can try to understand
for them. So,
right. Even Zoya was played by Alnaz. She has done a great job, to be honest.
Yeah, wasn't she spotted in the Nerolac paint ad? Like,
with Shahrukh.
Am I the only person who could spot that?
No, I know that. Like it was all over the Facebook and stuff. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the background music section. What do you think? Like it was amazing. Like
Achha, by the way, we spoke about the female leads. We didn't speak about Radhika Apte. That death was drastic.
That was so forgettable.
I know, right?
Shit. I mean, like even the creators forgot about her, I think. Like it was written so bad. I mean, I love Radhika Apte. I've said this again and again.
She's my woman crush. The worst thing was like to see her die and there was no storyline behind her character, because I expected a lot more in her character. Like there is no storyline in her character. What I could see that she is an analyst and she is always bound to her desk, and that's because that's male chauvinism. Okay, so yeah, because that's what men think, that women are only good for desks, and she wanted to do some field work. But then she is not getting the chance to do that because there are others, because her boss thinks like her name in the phone,
so
her name of
even if she is like 13 or 15 years old,
that was really funny. And then she
after
also
25 years or 20 years,
Sartaj's name as Megha, because like that's how you stereotype
Punjabi. How can she be a lead actress right now?
Like I had this.
Have you see? There are many lead actresses who can maintain themselves. We can see that she has maintained, or
every Punjabi is
if it's irrelevant or something very imaginary, then we would say that's the perfect Bollywood Maar ex-boyfriend. Making things imaginary and Bollywood
को said like some audio net का number she used to save as breaking news.
Just not be a plot hole.
He always used to call her. Yeah.
She was maintained herself.
That was kind of cool and
yeah, so her death was really drastic. It can be like that, or we can say like the plot hole.
But it was justified because at least they didn't like show something like Radhika Apte was able to get out from there and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of my question. I'm getting to that most asked question, like ending में क्या हुआ था. So the background music was as usual amazing, and it created a lot of scenes which actually made the scenes better for that.
Amazing. To be honest,
I kind of have my own theory. I'll just ask you about it. So like just get into it, because I don't think we have left anything, right?
Directed by Anurag Kashyap, and I don't think I have the capability to judge Anurag Kashyap like that. And the part of the present part of the Sartaj and the present story, which is whatever is happening.
Vikramaditya Motwane.
He's also an outstanding director, because I have seen his works like Uran. I was very young when Uran released. So yeah, we can't really, but secondly, I can't judge Anurag Kashyap. He's beyond any like judgment. So yeah, now back to you. What do you think about both the timelines, and what do you think?
Okay, so one thing I'd like to point out about the flashback is a stylistic choice which made me question. Last time we came across this, but there was something that stopped me, because Alekia predicted that it might be that when Ganesh actually started telling the story of his life, it was the same night that he told everything. So he finished everything in one night, and that's what we are seeing in episodes. But it turns out that wasn't the case, because we can see in the later on episodes that he actually doesn't know how Dilbagh Singh was connected to Ganesh. Sartaj doesn't have an idea, because that's how much of the story he knows, how much he told to him by his words, on his mouth, through his voice in the first episode. That means the rest of the thing is actually flashback that is being shown to us, the audiences. So my problem is that it started as a narration told to him, and later on this just shifted to normal flashback moments. But yet it was narrated by Ganesh as he was telling someone. So that's kind of weird. I mean, it's not that problematic, but I kind of find it weird that they went in that direction. Other than that, yeah, the flashbacks are the favorite part. Means it's the only part I love.
And okay, now we are talking about theories and stuff. Let's just go over with it. We already know the show is amazing, so we should
fan theories. Drum rolls and fan theories.
Yeah, we should just talk about all the different scenes, and I'm going to say something about this scene as well. Like, I actually said that, right? I think I still think it can be possible. Like, have you noticed the point when actually that bulldozer was arrived and they tried to break that wall?
Yeah.
Actually, Saif was saying कि मेरे पापा के बारे में क्या, मेरे बाबा के बारे में क्या. So maybe it can happen कि like Nawazuddin was actually saying everything till and wanted to say more, but at that point, like the bulldozer comes. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Like, because at it was night and then it was like the morning after. Like they have to do something. Like Saif won't be looking at that place for like till the morning, right? It was just decided. So I just have a feeling that he wanted, like, even like the show ended with even Nawazuddin telling us that the Guruji is his third father. Also Saif Ali Khan knowing that his Guruji is his, like, he both like we even got to know, even Saif Ali Khan got to know at the same time. So he didn't know about only his father ka role and his Guruji ka role. So I think Nawazuddin was actually saying it. So yeah, I just think that.
But here's how I think it, because he actually said about 3 fathers in the beginning. And afterwards, when he watched on the TV, I think that's when everything clicked on. Like, things just clicked on. I don't think he knew that, because if he knew that, it would be much easier for him.
Like the mandala was also there in Zoya's house. It was there in the room where where
that's how he figured it out.
Foreign currency and the bunker where anyway. This mandala sign, that sacred games, entire sign was mandala sign was there on the floor where Gaitonde used to live. So that's how you found out that he is the third Bach of Ganesh Gaitonde. So he's the person who saved him from the when he was getting ripped, literally getting ripped by Isa's boys and stuff. So he was the person who saved him, he and Dilbagh Singh. So it was, I kind of feel that the third man, the third Bach thing, I kind of feel that that was a pre-planned thing. Like suppose you are I'm going by the road and you send some goons to attack me, and then you come and save me. So that's a pre-planned thing, right? To prove that you are a hero. So I think this is so I think this is something like that. Like the entire plot was set by this third Bach, and then entire plot was set by third Bach to make Dilbagh Singh look bigger and have the superiority complex that I saved you and stuff. It was totally pre-planned, I guess, because when the third Bach comes into being, and he made him go into depression that I don't want to live anymore. He made him think suicidal thoughts, and then he is the one who pulled him out of the darkness. So it was all pre-planned, I guess. That's the reason why Gaitonde said that I betray all the Bachs of my life. So that's how he betrayed him, but still he uses the mandala as a significance of his work and stuff. So that's what my viewpoint is.
Yeah, you are kind of right. And even if you even say Nawazuddin or Gaitonde was actually saying, narrating it to the viewers, he actually said that he didn't die, he doesn't die. So he'll always stay there. So he can actually narrate it to us in that sense. Anyway, so let's just go into something, and you guys were actually Tidash was saying it, this is kind of like fantasy, and it doesn't have anything to the reality. But actually, if you look into the story,
so Ganesh Gaitonde had a link up between the terrorist and him, like the people from, you can say, Malcolm and all that. So yeah, we can he had a link up between for the 25 din thing.
And attacks were going to lead in between to divide the gang, which actually happened between Chota Rajan and Dawood Ibrahim,
Yeah,
also there was a guy named Bada there, and it's just the difference what they actually it was Chota, and here they changed it to Bada. So yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
Another thing is that Bunty actually is a director of film, and he has these relations with these actresses. So that is also kind of because we all know Dawood was a famous producer in Bollywood.
Yeah, and I don't remember his wife's name. Like, what was Daud's wife's name? I don't remember. Vidya Bharti.
She looks amazing.
Yeah, she's dead anyway. So,
That's kind of creepy. Anyway, also there are some similarities. Like there is this actress Zoya, right? We all know her.
Yeah.
And she has like her past is not really good, and her name was made up by Gaitonde, and her boyfriend is like a bully who runs over people well high, and probably beats him up, beats his girlfriends, and stuff. So we can like who they are.
Yeah, let's not take the name over here.
Hi, what do you think, Shatik?
I don't know.
Also, the fact that a Hindu guy will save Gaitonde, like what you just said right now, which in fact, like Gaitonde को save किया, फिर उसको follow भी करवाया, kind of similar to actor whose film is quite popular right now. Like his biography has been released. Say more than this. Also, like they kind of mentioned about something like 25 years will be needed to change the situation, because there was a war at during 1993.
Like the rulers of them of that time are still kind of ruling us right now. So yeah.
Anyway, so and also like Mumbai, there is someone who kind of runs Mumbai right now, and it's kind of similar to that. So there are lots of like situations which are actually mentioned quite subtly here. So I just say it's kind of brilliant to do that, and they have actually mentioned it quite often, like the different kind of wars, and they have also commented on Rajiv Gandhi. So like
that's led to the problem.
Yeah, they have FIR.
I like the concept of how they showed the like time lapse from Indira Gandhi to Rajiv Gandhi. Not Kargil actually, to Babri Masjid, everything. So it was a very nice transition, like how the times are changing, how Gaitonde's look is changing, the way they put the makeup on and the wardrobe and everything, like whatever what was 90s style, what was the style during the Rajiv Gandhi's reign, and what was the style during Indira Gandhi's reign, everything, the makeup, the wardrobe, the costume, like everything, the background, it was amazing. It was amazingly set up. Also
like the similarities with Mahabharata are quite noticeable. Like Sartaj's thumb was cut by Malcolm, kind of like Eklav's thumb was cut by Dronacharya, right?
Dronacharya.
Also like all the names of Ashwathama, like Halahala is a poison, Atapi, Vatapi, all this
Brahmahatya and Rudra are all kind of related to Mahabharata. And
even the character Yayati, the name of the episode Yayati was one of the ancestors of the Pandavas, like as of the Puranas say.
Yeah, like Yayati was cursed by with premature old age. He was asked his son Puru to swipe their edges and stuff. Just like kind of Guruji convinced Gaitonde to join his cause, kind of like that. So they have actually made it similar with the storyline and with the name. It's actually awesome. So yeah,
even Gaitonde calls him Bevishana, and before killing Bade, he calls him Bevishana for betraying him, and he says that तूने Bevishana बन के हमको रावण बना दिया.
Right. Yeah. Actually, it's brilliant.
That's amazing dialogue.
And you have also mentioned like how they are actually killing some the characters abruptly before actually after they are kind of like something important is happening to them, like Cuckoo revealed like she's a transgender person, then he was killed instantly. Then like Sartaj's uska jo constable tha, uska partner, Patekar was killed after he learned ki Shamshul ka karan tha and he wasn't working properly and stuff. Then when Karwas khane ka bola ki like jo wo like the Subhatra or jo Gaitonde was coming in that car, and they were discussing about her childhood. So she was killed off. So it's kind of similar over there.
Do you remember the part when Subhadra was killed off and then Gaitonde said that when Ravan, he said जब रावण ने सीता मैया की हरण किया तब राम ने पूरा लंका जला दिया था, हनुमान को देके पूरा लंका जला दिया था. That's what Gaitonde did. They killed some innocents, Isa's people killed some innocents.
One thing there's to see here, because before that anyone Gaitonde has killed, that is a very measured thought, really. The killing has some weight to it. He kills by making decisions. So up till that point, he has some sense of sanity. But after losing this important woman of his life, he just goes nuts. He loses moral scope that we can get from the very first season. He's a very moral person. That all the killings come are just random. And that's what I think led to his downfall. Actually ending up getting arrested, and that's where his character went on a dark path, because before that, even though he was a mafia boss, gangster, but still he had his code, and the moment he lost it, his character lost that thing.
Yeah, quoting Jamie Lannister, that thing what you do for love, of course.
Right. Okay, so can I ask a basic question?
Yeah, definitely.
Why did no one kill Saif Ali Khan?
Because we have a lot to see in him in the next season, because Ekalavya wasn't killed. Ekalavya lived.
He had he almost survived from 3 to 4 situations. Kind of Malcolm just went.
But
he's the hero, right? So I didn't see him surviving, but I know he'll survive. But also Radhika was killed. So anyway, that's kind of. Also, there is one question. We have seen that Zoya was the lead actress for 20 years stress. For 20 years, they were suffering. So even if she is 13 or 15 years old, okay, after 25 years or 20 years, she is 38 now. How can she be a lead actress right now?
There are many lead actresses who can maintain themselves. So we can say that she has maintained, or if it's irrelevant or something very imaginary, then we would say that's the perfect Bollywood mark of making things imaginary, and Bollywood mein kuch bhi ho sakta hai. So you can
it might just not be a plot hole. There could be an actress who has
maintained herself.
Yeah, it is possible.
Right.
So it can be like that, or we can say that it's a plot hole. Because Bollywood mein kuch bhi ho sakta hai. So.
Wow. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of my question. I'm getting to that most asked question. Ki ending mein kya hua tha?
Yeah, that's the part we need to come right now, because it's really interesting, and it's a cliffhanger, of course.
I kind of have my own theory. I'll just ask you about it. So just get into it, because I don't think we have left anything, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the ending? Satvik?
Himself his lair, and he finds out this secret door with that sign on it. So he opens it, and then we see something that totally looks like a chamber, basically a bomb shelter. So you have hoarded supplies there, you have a gas mask. So everything basically predicts a huge bombing and of some large scale. It's bigger than what you need for an earthquake, because it is just hoarded with supplies. And as you can guess, as we will talk, it's supposed to be for one single person. So that totally points to nuclear bombing. And we see that, so it's basically a shelter where more than one people can survive the bombing for so many days till the radiation have been gone. They can feed themselves and they have the mask. So that's what I guess that's what it's foreshadowing. Now the thing that remains the question is Trivedi.
Yeah, सब मर जाएंगे, त्रिवेदी बचेगा. इसका मतलब क्या है? So listen, Titash, you have anything to say right now? About this? Yeah. Give your thoughts.
So basically, what I think about this Sab Mar Jayenge, Trivedi Bach Jayega, we can see that when Saif Ali Khan realizes that the Gaitonde's third Bap is that Baba, whose name I don't remember right now, or maybe he has mentioned the name, I don't remember that as well. Anyway, so when he opens the bunker, he finds a person who is tied up, and there is of food supply, air supply, everything is there. Also, let's go back to episode 7 where we find that Trivedi, he has his eyes wide open, but in episode 8, Trivedi's eyes are closed. Can we consider that he is sleeping? No, definitely not. Nobody sleeps tied up like that. So definitely not. That's very unrealistic to think of. But what I think of the line of Sab Mar Jayenge, Trivedi Bach Jayega is after 25 days, something wrong is going to happen. There would be a nuclear explosion. So if we go into deeper meaning of it, what I felt is every bad thing will be destroyed and only the good things will live. I'm not saying that Trivedi is a good person, but we can consider that the good thing in Trivedi will live, or we can say that since Trivedi was a very religious person and Gaitonde used to make a lot of fun of him because he was very sweet kind of a person and he used to believe in all those myths and everything, which Gaitonde initially didn't used to believe, but later on he did, started when his third Bap came into being. So I think that what Gaitonde wanted to say by that is all the evils, all the bad things of Bombay or Mumbai, whatever you call it, or Mumbai will be destroyed and only the good things will live. Or if you see it scientifically, that if something is happening over the, so yeah, that's what my point is. So all the good things will be there and the bad things will die out of it. So we can say that various bad parts will be dead and the good things of him. So that's the philosophical meaning. I am not anything like that.
So my theory is the Muslim guy, who goes in Dubai, is going to do that against Gaitonde and other Hindus. So, remember, Raw has some intel on this, and let's know that the Home Minister to prepare themselves.
Yeah.
It is possible that they don't know the nature of the attack and they're just assuming that it can be a riot. No one can actually imagine a nuclear attack like that, suddenly it can happen. So they are preparing with guns and stuff. Okay. We have seen that guns and all those things. Then Bunty and Gaitonde somehow knew this. So Bunty wanted to flee away. But Gaitonde was he thinks I have done everything, I have nothing left, but I don't want to get suffered and I don't want anyone to catch me. So he had this in his mind Sartaj to know ye hone wala hai and stuff. So he was suicidal, and जो वो gas mask था ना, और जो Geiger का counter था, which is used to check कि कितना radiation है and stuff in labs and stuff, it was there as well in the last scenes. So I think it was just for Sartaj. I don't think it was for Trivedi. Trivedi was just there क्योंकि उसका body बच जाएगा, ठीक है? And the mask was there so that Gaitonde wanted Sartaj to understand कि it would be a nuclear, because mask क्यों पहनेगा कोई, ठीक है? I think that's the thing. So yeah, that's my theory. What do you think? Too much?
Mind blown.
No, that's possible. That totally makes sense.
That makes sense.
It can happen, right?
Isn't it weird that the fan theory is making sense?
My theory is always sense.
Actually not, because he does regularly predict next seasons and all those stuff.
Yeah.
So if we talk about,
I'm predicting like there is going to be a next season, so I am predicting that for sure.
yeah, because it's a 1,000 pages book, of course there will be one. And also, I like all my dreams almost come that the season 2 of Sacred Games is releasing on 24th August. This is just a dream, mind you. This is just a dream. And on my
2019.
yeah, maybe. I just saw 24th August.
Like he was actually watching Radhika Apte's new trailer, Goal. We have done a
we have also done a podcast on that. Click in the link. Link is there. Please do check it out. I am also
let's just ask the last question.
Yeah.
Rate this series out of 10. What do you think?
I'll give it 7.6 or like 7.5. I would have given it lower, but still everyone loves it. And to be honest, I loved it. I loved watching it. I had fun watching it thoroughly, but still I have to say it's not perfect. It could have been a lot more cheerful, a lot more colorful, and these are the reasons that that doesn't make it perfect. It was way too gritty at points, so yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
I'll give it a 8 because I'm very lenient. I'm not so very on marking. I'll give it a 8 because there are certain things which struck me like that the Zoya's age as well. Secondly, there are certain abrupt endings there which may be disclosed in the next season. And also why I'm giving it an 8 because there is no storyline for many of the important characters like Parulkar, Radhika Apte, like Anjali Mathur. There is no storyline about Malcolm guy. There's no storyline about Bunty. We just know that Bunty has a family. He abuses his sister and he's a sex addict, and also he he beats up women to take out his frustration. There is no proper storyline of Kantabai. There is no proper storyline of Subhadra. Like the moment Paritosh Bhai dies, and then Gaitonde is like, I'm very stern that I'll marry somebody, and out of nowhere Subhadra appears. So it's really a bit vague. It's really a bit vague about it. So I'll give it an 8. That's it.
Nice. Okay. And I'll also give it a 8.25, I think. So yeah, and remember something, like till that all these popular reviewers, they are being bugged because people kind of remember what they have rated some other show and they'll bring it back later on to check ki like तुम्हारा किसी के साथ bias है या कुछ नहीं. So remember that. Okay, guys, that's it. We are just watch it on Netflix if you haven't. I mean, I don't know why you were listening to this or watching this if you haven't seen the series. So anyway,
and I would suggest you all to not to download it from torrent because it's really illegal to watch such a good thing on torrent because that won't be justified. Because it's an amazing
price.
Yeah, and we should pay the price for it. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't do that because I'm poor. Anyway,
you are criminal.
That's a debatable question. That's a debatable answer, which I shouldn't.
Torrent is illegal, guys. This discussion shouldn't even be happening.
Guys,
there's nothing called torrents anymore. There's nothing called proxy servers. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
At least we don't do that. I don't know what you do, but we don't do that. We are very legal guys.
Okay. Yeah. There is nothing known as TTV. Anyway, good night and goodbye.
So here we end our podcast, and please subscribe to our channel and give us a like, and do tell in the comments how we are, how awesome I am, especially because I'm the only girl here. So do say that, and
how sexy I am. My voice is. It's not, I know, but anyways.
And do nothing for me. Just do nothing.
Don't send him notes.
Yeah, don't do that. Please. Don't do that. Yeah, don't.
Have a nice day. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. So stay tuned with our channel. Bye.